Morning everybody, welcome back to Lunenburg. That's the theme of today. You can see behind me there, the crew are scrubbing the decks and they'll be shining the brass soon and making the ship ready for public cruises. So, as we started yesterday with public cruises, and we'll carry that on this week, and you can check on our website or at the company store to see what tickets are available. So yeah, come down and come for sale with us. Since we last spoke, we were up on the dry dock in Pictou, so that went well. We had our shave and a haircut, the bottom was painted, everything was looked after. And unfortunately, the yard was not able to launch us on the Friday before the long weekend of Canada Day, which sort of threw our schedule away a bit. So we were launched on Tuesday the 4th, and then we had to find a place to take the ship and to exercise the crew a bit. So we ran across the strait from Pictou to Charlottetown, where we had a great reception. CBC News was there, as well as The Guardian, and 1,000 people walked across the decks in the day that we were in Charlottetown. And then the next morning, we set out into the strait and we traveled over the top of Cape Breton. So we were able to see Cape North and Money Point and Meat Cove and Cape St. Lawrence. Just a tremendous part of Nova Scotia. And the Highlands, you can see where the Highlands end and plunge into the ocean. It's well worth it, and I can see why it's a popular tourist destination. From the top of Cape Breton, we came down along past Inverness and Dingwall to the Bird Islands, where we were treated to a real puffin show in the evening, in guillemots and dovekies and all kinds of lovely seabirds in a couple of small nesting places there, nesting islands. And then a quick overnight trip from Bird Islands to Louisburg, to the fortress of Louisburg. And we anchored for the night there. The fortress is really, again, just a jewel in the crown of Nova Scotia tourism. They have done it over and very welcoming, and I would highly recommend visiting the fortress and Louisburg, given a chance. From there, down to Hubbard's. So that was across the mouth of the Chedabucto Bay, across outside of the Halifax traffic lanes, and into St. Margaret's Bay. Normally we plan that trip at a very slow pace because it's against prevailing winds and seas, and it just happened that the wind was behind us and we made great time and were able to anchor in Hubbard's for 2 nights instead of 1. And then from there, out of Hubbard's into the fog, past Peggy's Cove, and through, I think, what looked to be the remnants of the Marblehead race fleet. So every couple of years there's a race from Marblehead, Massachusetts to Halifax. So we saw a bunch of yachts drifting into little wind. We picked our way through them and then came back to Lunenburg. So we do a bit of a changeover. We have to get gangways and things that we had packed aboard the ship in hopes of getting to Gloucester. Put those away in the shed and get our harbor tour equipment all organized, and then that's what we're doing. So I would welcome you all to come to Lunenburg and visit us and have a look at the ship.